Today is Thursday, 16th of Muharram, 1445, after the Hijrah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is equivalent to 3rd of August 2023. I'm Khadija Nolamin and Liman waiting for. President Bola Tinubu has called on the government of the United Kingdom to deepen its partnership with Nigeria and Africa by investing more across sectors to see the African continent attain more sustainable and broad-based prosperity. He made the call yesterday when he received the UK Secretary of Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Affairs, Right Honourable James Cleverly, in his office. He called on the UK to commit more to win development partnerships for Nigeria and Africa. In a statement by spokesman Ajuri Ngelale, recalled the history of decades of deep symbiotic connection and economic ties between the continent and the UK. He said the UK government must work with Nigeria and the rest of Africa to create a competitive, technologically advanced economy that will cater for the needs of all citizens. Earlier, Cleverly said he was in Nigeria to promote bilateral and economic partnership. United Kingdom has announced the launch of its program PropCom Plus, supporting climate and growth to address environmental, social and economic challenges in Nigeria's food and land use system. This was announced on Wednesday by the UK's Foreign Secretary James Cleverly. A $55 million contract and $2.89 million grant was announced as part of the $95 million PropCom Plus 8-year UK International Climate Finance Program aimed at supporting climate resilience and sustainable agriculture and forestry that benefit people, climate and nature. The program aims to support over 4 million people, 50% of whom will be women, to adopt and scale sustainable agricultural practices that increase productivity and climate resilience while reducing emissions and protecting natural ecosystems. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has called on the leadership of the ruling All Progressive Party (APC) to embrace accountability in all forms, but especially with respect to financial discipline and in the active promotion of top-level women and youth participation in the day-to-day operations of the party. The president made the call yesterday during the National Caucus meeting of the party, which took place at the State House Conference Center, Abuja. Tinubu, in a statement by spokesman Ajuri Ngelale, said the future of the party belongs to Nigeria's young people and women, considering their proven dedication and demonstrable prowess in election matters. In his welcome address, acting APC National Chairman Senator Abubakar Kyari commended President Tinubu for the steps he has taken so far to reposition the economy for greater productivity and future prosperity. President General of the Trade Union Congress (TUC) Festus Osifo has said that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has given his word that the Port Harcourt refinery will become operational at the end of the year. Osifo, alongside his counterpart, the President of the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) Joe Ajaero, met with Tinubu at the presidential villa yesterday amid a nationwide protest. The Nigeria Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers (NUPENG), the National Union of Electricity Employees of Nigeria (NUWI), and the National Union of Road Transport Workers (NURTW), and the Academic Staff Union of Universities also joined the protest. Speaking during the channel's television's Politics Today, the union leader held that the nationwide protest was largely successful and had the impact to spur the president to fix the major refineries across the nation. The Pengasm president also stated that the organized labor will make sure President Tinubu's assurance will not just be empty talk, but that a structure will be put in a place to hold the number one citizen accountable. Nigeria Immigration Service (NIS) says, following the situation in Niger Republic, it has deployed personnel to check all the roads through which foreigners may likely infiltrate. Mustafa Sani, the NIS controller in charge of GBR Command in Katsina State, disclosed this at a joint celebration with the State Command to commemorate the service at 60. According to him, with the current situation, the borders have been closed and there are restrictions of movement along the areas. He therefore advised Nigerians who are planning to go to travel to Niger to stay safe at home, saying that only Nigerians that are returning home were allowed to cross the border. While addressing officers and men of the command, Mr. Sani said the service had been transformed to modern immigration, with Nigerian passport among the best in the world. Division 1 Nigerian Army Kaduna says its troops have rescued 4 kidnapped victims and destroyed bandit camps in Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State. Acting Deputy Director Army Public Relations 1 Division Nigerian Army, Lieutenant Colonel Musa Yahya made disclosure in a statement issued yesterday in Kaduna. Mr. Yahya said that the kidnapped victims were rescued on Monday. Mr. Yahya explained that during the operation, troops came in contact with bandits and kidnappers, engaged them squarely. He said they faced them with superior firepower, forcing them to abandon their victims, captives, and took to their heels with various degrees of gunshot wounds. Mr. Yahya said the general officer commanding 1 Division, Nigerian Army and Force Commander Operation Will Punch, Major General Bamidele Alabi, commended the troops for their resilience and professionalism before and during the operation. The federal government to collaborate with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and other farmers associations of effective implementation of the Food Security Plan. Dr. Femi Oke, AFAN's chairman, Lagos and Southwest Zone, disclosed this to the news agency of Nigeria, NAN, yesterday in Lagos, while reacting to President Bola Tinubu's national broadcast on Monday. He said the broadcast was a welcome development as Nigerians had been expecting it to cushion the effect of cost of foods in the market. Oke said he was doubtful on the implementation of Tinubu's food security plan without adequate planning and synergy with relevant stakeholders. According to him, if the government deploys appropriate technique and expertise, the food security plan will be achieved. You are listening to the news from the studio of Sawaba. Stay tuned for the rest. You're welcome back. 2 farmers have been reportedly killed while unspecified numbers of others were kidnapped yesterday in the Zazaga community of Moya local government area of Niger State. The local government chairman, Najomi Abdulhamid Aminu Kuchi, disclosed this at the annual stakeholders flood sensitization and awareness organized by the North-South Power Company Limited held in Minna, the state capital. The chairman said his local government had been faced with twin challenges of banditry and flooding for the past years that had hindered farming and fishing activities in the area. Earlier, the executive vice chairman, North-South Power Company Limited, Engineer Olubumi Peters, represented by Hassan Abdullahi, the consultant on corporate social responsibility, said there was need for quick implementation of the National Flood Emergency Preparedness and Response Plan across states. French Foreign Ministry has called on Niger's coup leaders to fully guarantee the safety of its embassy in Yamai. The appeal comes ahead of more demonstrations planned in the capital on Thursday. Last Sunday, demonstrators attacked the diplomatic mission, prompting France to organize a mass evacuation of its citizens from Niger. Pro-coup activities in the West African country, including groups sympathetic to the Russian mercenary Wagner Group, have been demanding French and U.S. military units leave their country. Earlier, the U.S. ordered all non-emergency staff at its embassy in Yamai to leave and advised its nationals not to travel to the country. At least 20 people have died after a boat capsized in Ugandan water on Lake Victoria. The overloaded boat was believed to have had 34 people on board when the accident happened on Wednesday, the police said. According to the statement, 9 people were rescued. They attributed the cause of the accident to overloading and bad weather. Rescue efforts by joint police, military, and local community teams were underway on Wednesday trying to locate the missing people. In 2020, at least 26 people died on Lake Albert on the border of Uganda and the Democratic Republic of Congo. That has been the end of the news, but before I go, major recap of the story. You heard President Bola Tinubu seeks United Kingdom support to secure West Africa. Bandits kill 2 farmers, abduct many people in Niger State. French Foreign Ministry called on Niger's coup leaders to save its embassy in Yamai. On behalf of the Department of News, our editor Haruna Ahmad Bultua, I am Khadija Nurlemin Elleman saying good afternoon.